guys, girls, anyone that follows my little channel here. Today is Saturday the 30th of March. Here in the UK it's a long weekend, it's Easter weekend, and it's typical of the UK weather. It's been pretty wet, but today being Saturday I think is the best day of the weekend, so I just took the opportunity to tidy around a bit. So I thought I'd show you what's happening. As far as the Tiki bar is concerned, I've not unwrapped that yet. Thinned it out a bit, tidy up around it, but I've not unwrapped it as yet. I have had a little coffee outside, cheeky coffee. So on the patio area here, obviously you've got the Cordlines, and I've got the canary date palm here. This is the one that suffered a lot of winter damage. That one's got a lot of green coming out. That one there, as I said before, no idea what's going on. I mean, it's very bright, the sun. In the pots I got my cannas that I divided, and what I've done, I just put tops on them just to keep the warmth in, keep the heat in, keep warm. My pink china cuttings are here, and they're out. Something's eaten that. They're outgrown the pot, so I'm just taking the opportunity to plant a few. Maybe early, I don't know, but I've got quite a few cuttings. Along the side here again, we've got Crocosmias that are popping through, more cuttings. And I've got some other cannas cuttings here, just sunbathing I call it. Some more cannas are divided. That's empty. That's got Tropicana I think in there, just got a top on it. Empty. Everyone's empty. The ones with the tops have got bits in it. Cleopatra's in that one. I just put the tops on just to keep a bit of warmth in there. These are banana plants, sunbathing. They've been in pots. Gave them a little bit of a drink. I can't see my screen, so hopefully everything's okay. Yes, my neighbour's fence fell down, and that's how he's left it. And it knocked over some of my pots, so that's why the pots are a bit out on the lawn. So yeah, the Cordlines are okay. Trachy is fine. Again, I can't see my screen, so hopefully you can watch it. The Waggy's doing really well here, really well. That Cordline was on the patio area, but I repotted it, and it's a bottomless pot. So it's a bottomless pot. And there's some lily bulbs around it. Persicaria Red Dragon's in the corner there. Yeah, so but the bananas are wrapped up. I've got 4 bananas, but they're all wrapped up still. My plan is to unwrap these today. Looked at the temperature for the coming weeks. It seems to be okay, but I have the fleece handy just in case. Again, everything is okay. Persicaria Red Dragon's okay. Alstroemeria, if that's how you pronounce them, that's not come out. But the ones in the pot's coming out, but the ones in the ground hasn't come out. The ferns doing all right. Cosmias are poking through. Yes, thank you. So that's the first one done. Tied up a bit. Everything looks okay. It looks all fine. The pups look okay, and I know it's a sunny day, so the sun's here. What I used this fiberglass system. I didn't use a straw because I'd be left with loads of straw. With this stuff, I can store it away and possibly use it for next year because it's all actually nice and dry. It's recycled plastic, so it's not absorbing the moisture like normal insulation would do, like you find in a loft. Yeah, so it was my first winter, so I was obviously keen to see how it all pan out. But we did have a mild winter in retrospect. I've checked the weather for the next couple of weeks, but I'll keep the fleece out anyway. So yeah, so just so we move on to the second one. So this is what I call the second one. Again, I've got bubble wrap on top. I used that black covering for cosmetic reasons really, so it didn't stand out as bad. But shall we have a look? So this one looks fine. It was so warm when I took the covers off. You can see steam coming out. It was so warm, and the bits that went floppy, they felt like they're boiling, like you're boiling something. But everything seems to be okay. The pups down the bottom seem to be okay. I'll let it all dry out because so yes. So hopefully I have checked the weather. Everything's going to be okay. So that's 2 of the 4 that I have. Because last week I unwrapped the other 2 that are in the centre island, and so they've been out unwrapped for a week, and I was just potting around underneath there to tidy it all up a bit. But yeah, so they look like it's okay. So touch wood. So yeah, so all I left is with this installation. and obviously the fleeces and stuff I've wrapped everything up. But with the insulation, I can store that and keep it again. With the straw system, too much straw, I don't know what to do with it all. It'll be too much to lay around the back here, so we'll end up throwing it away at a tip or something. But this insulation is bone dry. There's several things living in it, like worms and centipede type of thing. So I can probably dry it out, which I'm doing now, and use it again. It seems to have worked. Hopefully, touch wood. It's my first winter with them, and so far everything's okay. So this is the amount of insulation I used. I think it's just one roll, or less than one roll. Got it from B&Q, but it's made up of recycled plastic. I think plastic bottles, so it doesn't absorb any moisture. It's a bit damp, because the inside of the bananas are wet anyway. So, but I'm just saying they're drying out because I can use these again next year. Unlike probably straw, which would probably be more of a headache to store or look after or whatever. So yeah, so they're drying out now because it's really sunny days. Like, as today is supposed to be the best day of the bank holiday, I believe. So the system I adopted for the bananas was using insulation. Obviously, I used fleece. I used the black. What they use put on the ground for the stop the weeds, just for cosmetic reasons. Bubble wrap, as you can see, but I've used this insulation, which actually is recycled plastic, so it didn't absorb the wet. So that was what I used. I didn't want to have a whole bunch of straw left over, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to tidy it up. It's all nice and solid. We did have a mild winter. The pups are there, so I'm going to just chop back some of the soft stuff. But this one looks fine. Actually, I don't know if you see this. It says it's 25.2 in the garden. Well, this particular spot. Heat wave. So today's Monday, 1st of April. It's still a long weekend here in the UK. Yesterday was Sunday, it was a family day. Saturday I just did a quick shoot, so I thought I'd catch up now and see what's happening. I've had a little tidy around. On the middle island here, my Persicaria Red Dragons are popping through. Sorry, it's all a bit bright here. Popping through, if you can see that. Crocosmias are popping through as well. I just replanted some lilies there just to give a bit of colour. Crocosmias are popping up here. They actually never popped up last year, so they're there. Persicaria, these Persicarias are purple fantasies. They're spreading out here. So okay, more Crocosmias here. The Salvias haven't done anything just yet, but I've taken some cuttings that are in the house actually, so that should be okay. Obviously my Trekkie fronds are new fronds. The ferns down there, as you can see, are coming out. There's a little ickle Trekkie coming up there, I think. Yeah, so what else we got? We got obviously the Cordlines, the Cordline and fern. My Cosmea Pink China, this is the main adult one. I'm not too sure what's happening there, but there's one of the cuttings which I've replanted. I've got a lot of them, so whether or not they're too early or not, I don't know, but I've got quite a few cuttings, so I stuck it there. My African Queen Lily is poking through there again, just to give it some colour. This Trekkie, this is the BMM Trekkie. Yeah, got fronds growing out, it's all okay. This is banana unwrapped a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. I'm going to unfold. I just cleared out some area, that's why the sort of stones are all over the place. I was just clearing out some bits. Again, that's the pup, which is yeah, it's unfolding here. Just got to take a bit of time, I guess, waiting for the sun to come out on it. But it's all nice and firm. Nothing soft there. Crocosmias again coming out. Crocosmias again. If you've looked at my channel, follow my channel last year, I just wanted to add a bit of colour to this area because otherwise it's just all green. So if I look on this side, now this is north facing. This actually gets no sun at all. That's why the grass always looks nice and green here. Japonica spiders web is doing fine. Yeah, it's doing okay. Bit of damage, winter damage from there. This hoister, I have no idea what this hoister is, but that's coming back up. All I did was cover it with the leaves. It's going back up. My rhododendron is blooming. It will last a week and go. And my other Japonica spider's web is this side, that's doing fine as well. Some leaf damage there from the winter. That's doing okay here. So this is north facing, gets no sun on it at all. Grass always looks nice on this side. My rhododendron loves it here. I had a few over the years, planted in the wrong place of course. So yeah, my cordline here is fine, doing okay. My Japonica at the back is there, it's doing okay. The other one is fine. My little Trekkie here is pulling out fronds. Yeah, Persicaria, again Purple Fantasies come out. This banana I unwrap Saturday. Waggy over here is doing fine. I've got my light on right now. Obviously another cordyline, double head cordyline. Persicaria Red Dragon coming out. Alstroemeria, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure what version it is, but that's not popping out. But the one in the potties, that's called Summer Breeze, that's popping out. But the one on the ground hasn't. Cosmias at the back are popping out. So I moved some lilies to here to give it again more colour. Ferns are okay. As you can see, the Cosmias at the back are popping out. There, they're popping out. This is the other banana from Saturday. Looks a bit discoloured top, but it's all nice and soft. It's just needs a bit of heat on it. Double trunk Trekkie at the back. Waggy, this Waggy's doing really well here. That's the winter damage from previous year when we had that cold spell last February, I think it was. Alstroemeria again. This one's not popping out at all just yet. A double trunk Trekkie over here is fine. That's got a camouflageous pot, which is a bottomless pot with the cordline and some lilies in there. Again for the colour. And again, this Trekkie's doing fine with some new growth in the middle there. That's another cordline. I called these cordlines here my £2 cordlines from previous videos there. There's a few of them dotted around, they're all taken. Another cordline, again I was just tidying up. I put a pink china down here, one of my cutters down here, see how that takes. Yeah, so along this side, my neighbour replaced his fence with this stuff. I won't go into that, but anyway. So what I've got in here, I split my cannas. Now my cannas seem to be done okay. I didn't put them in the I didn't dig them out, take them out. I left them in their pots and bubble wrap the pots and put them under my canopy. So this is the Durban, and it's, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but they're all coming through. And I just put this tops on just to give it a bit of heat. So that's empty. Every other one's empty because I'm waiting for some others to come along. This one here it's just a hybrid. I'm not too sure. It's just a hybrid, and you can see it's all that's coming out, and there's something coming out as well. So just put that back there for a minute. Just got some stuff to rot down in that pot. This is a Cleopatra. So just again, I split them all for the first time. I think this is the original mother plant. That's what it's called. Put that back in a minute. I just put the tops on. Just keep some more. That's an empty one. This is a Tropicana. There's nothing going on here. Just the all that's in here. So far, it's just the rhizomes there. So I'm waiting for them to pop out. An empty one. There's another Tropicana, which is not really doing a lot right now. Again, another one that I split. First time I split them, so just seeing what happened really. Crocosmias from last year actually. And along here, that's just an empty, and these ones with covers on there split. There, when I split my cannas, I put them in extra pots. That one getting too tall, that's a Tropicana, and the other one's a Cleopatra. These are the rest that I split and just put tops on them, so to just keep a bit warmth in them. And that's what's left of my pink chinas. I've got a couple there, and some little ones over here. The reason these are smaller is that these were done in a glass. I put them in jam jars, actually water. That's why they're looking a bit smaller than the rest, because I put these in pots. So yeah, so my plan is these will be filled up with the cannas as they get bigger. I've been washing some of the stones, that's why they're there. So this is obviously a canary date palm, and this is another one which only a couple of weeks ago had no growth. Well, little growth. It's got a lot of growth coming through on this one. Obviously another Cordline. This is Yucca. Yucca. I bought this last winter distressed. Yeah, I've just given it a bit of a trim. I don't know if I trimmed it too much. It's not sitting in water, it's jacked up. I actually gave it a quick feed, actually. I'll empty that. I know it doesn't like sitting in water. It's got stuff in it, perlite and stuff, so it's not sitting in any water or anything. Now this is another canary date palm, just for stand here somewhere. It got really bad. It got damaged last winter. If I just step back a bit because of the sun. It got damaged last winter. It got more damage this winter, but no spear pull. It's just the Ferns leaves have just got burnt from the weather. Although it was wrapped up in fleece, and I think I've put triple fleeced, and I'm just waiting for it. It's not centre hasn't pulled or any spear pulled or anything like that. It's just been damaged. So yeah, that's what's really going on. And today I'm just waiting, obviously like most people, things to start popping up and I can start tidying up and things. But yeah, so the bananas seem to survive the winter. It's my first winter, and I used the insulation technique and not straw, because I wouldn't know what to do with all the straw. At least with the insulation, which is now my garage all nice and dry, they didn't get wet. They didn't absorb the moisture because it's recycled plastic, so I can use it next year. So yeah, so they seem to be okay. Check the weather, and it's not any frost coming along in the next few weeks. Going down to 5, seem to be okay. When I go inside, do the video, I'll explain what these cuttings are. These are more cuttings I've taken of cannas. So yeah, so I haven't done anything to this part of the garden, what I call my Tiki bar, my Tiki area, because it's Tiki and tropicals. That's wrapped up. Fleece is at hand in case something drastic happens. I've got fleece at hand there, and on that bit there, got some fleece. Bubble wrap's just waiting for dry out so I can store it. Yeah, so that's really it for what we've done for the long weekend. Although the weather's been what I call typical bank holiday weather, where sun's been out and it's rained. But Saturday, it got really warm here. It got like 30 degrees, according to the thermometer. So, but today's like been 13. It's currently, well, it's saying it's currently 24 in that particular part. So yes, that's what I've been fiddling around with. So I put tops on the cannas just to keep the warmth, get some warmth in, and I'm waiting for the cannas to suddenly appear big enough so I can transplant to along that side, and some other spare pots that I got, and the big white pots for out front. I'll do the out front in a minute because I've not done that for a while. So that's really it right now. Grass is too wet to cut. I've had 2 cuts already. The rhododendron, obviously, as you can see, is rhododendrons. I've had a few over the years. They are nice. The thing is, they don't last long. I think within a week, 2 weeks, they've gone. And in January, because we had a mild January, they started to bud out as well. But and then the frost got to them. They've been in that little pot for some years now. And the reason I put a brick there because they're heavy at the front, and I don't want to put another pot because those square pots fit quite nicely against that side, so it's not infringing on the lawn itself. I said that part of the lawn, because it doesn't get really any sun, it's always nice and green. I don't know what damage was done to the lawn last summer. That will come out later on, I think. I haven't fed the lawn yet. But yeah, so that's a quick catch up, as I say, for this so far. End of March, very end of March, and today's the first day of April. So I've got to have a walk around the front. Problem with the sun and the glare, I can't see the screen, so I've got under hit the house. So the two shamrocks there and the two shamrocks at the front are doing fine. The damage on this particular one is from last year. It's staying from last year, but they're doing fine. There's growth on the sides and coming up from the top. This Trachy is doing fine, fronds popping up. And the two, as you can see, that one's on the right hand side is going height. This one's going on the width. But they look fine. I've been out there weeding actually. Although it's got the weeding protection thing, weeds still pop up. So we've just been doing that at the front. So it's a bit of glare here. So shamrocks, these two are doing fine. No issues there. Obviously Trachy, I don't expect any issues really. It's got fronds popping up top. And two shamrocks over here doing fine now. I said any damage on these was actually from last winter. I've trimmed some of the dead branches. So that's growing on a height. I keep nipping off the width. And again, I was just weeding around because the weeds are popping around. So yes, that's at the front really. What I plan to do is put the pots with some lilies here when they start growing, because see the sun's on it right now. It's about 2 o'clock. That's the front. I've not done the front for a while. So today is Tuesday the 2nd of April. So this video was done over a couple of days. The sun's out, it's a bit warm, and it's supposed to be showers. Hasn't happened just yet. April showers, we all know about that. So yeah, some of the stuff that I've been propagating or looking after till they get bigger. I've got 4 Sigamentus banana plants, which I got, and the rest here are Cannas, Canna Lilies, and also a couple of others in the pots there. The Canna Lilies, there's several varieties there on there, and hopefully that's why I got these spare, hopefully it will be okay, that's why I got these spare rat and pot things, plant pots. I've been a bit tidying up a bit today. My neighbour has put up a fence. Comments please. I'm used to it now. He's replaced the fencing. I'm hoping, like last year, that the Canna Lilies will take off and will cover most of that so-called trellis fencing he's put up. I also found on Marketplace someone selling some pictures, which will probably tie in with my Tiki theme. It's wood, so I've got to get them today, and I'm going to yacht varnish them, give it some kind of protection. Probably just last a year, but just covering that fence. I did paint the previous fencing he put up, so it just needs a bit of a paint, just so it's not so much in your face. But yeah, so once the Canna Lilies take place, it should cover a lot of that up. So I've just been tidying up really, potting around as they say, tidying things up. I'm still not too sure about this Callalicious pink china. That's the parent. That's one of the offshoots I planted on Saturday. The other one I put over there because it does get sun on this side. The other one is under that Trachy. That's the north facing, so I'm not bothering putting any on that side because it doesn't get any sun. Bananas look alright. They're just sort of, I suppose, taking it all in, right? The shock of coming out of the wrapping. But they're there, my bananas. 1, 2. That's just need some fur unroll rather. The first couple have got to be a bit manky. But yes, so I've just been tidying up. Put another pink china down here. So yeah, just tidying up a bit. All my grills, I just gave them a quick wash with some algae cleaner because it got a bit green. I just gave them a quick wash. So yeah, nothing else really to say. Managed to cut the lawn today. Gave it a rough cut as you do for the first couple. Yeah, so I'm just waiting, like everybody else, just waiting for things to develop. And so I'm hoping that the Canna Lilies, there's growth. I've showed you this before, there's growth coming through the ones I got here. And I split them for the first time. So I'm hoping it all takes off so it can cover a lot of that fence. And I've got spare pots, these rattan type of pots, to put them in. That's what these are for. And my other bananas, there's 4 of them I'll put along the back, or at least 3, and maybe 1 in the middle here. And yeah, it's a domestic thing, cleaning washings on the line. And the other thing I was doing is that salvias. My salvia I took some cuttings, and they're in here actually. I don't know if you can see that. They're in there. Cuttings I took. I think I got too many actually. There's more Canna Lilies in there, and I got on the windowsill a few more. I bought this from a trader, and they're obviously seedlings. Apparently got a bit too dry, maybe I overwet them apparently, but never bought ones so small, so I have to see. So yeah, so that's a little quick catch up on what's happening in my garden. I just tidied a bit up the patio area, untied a bit some of the canopy, doesn't need to be tied down. Got to jet wash this, undo the bar, etc, etc. Unwrap the barrels, and hopefully this will have taken off and I can place things appropriately. Don't know when that's going to happen. I'm going to guarantee some dry weather. Supposed to shower today, but it's April showers, isn't it? So yes, so that's what's happening here with my garden. Thank you for watching. Any comments, please leave, and I'll catch you another time. Thank you.